Hello students, now we are going to see the topic continuity. Continuity according to 12th board level. Before this I have taken a lecture on limit. I hope that we all have understood how to apply LHL and RHL for a particular given function. Now, continuous, first of all, its meaning we will understand. We will try to understand what is continuity regarding a function. Continuity, as the word suggests, continuous means in Hindi, if I speak, it is lagatar. Means without any break. If a function continues on graph paper, is known as continuous function. One graph I will draw to explain it better. I hope you know very well this is the graph of 10x. This is the graph of 10x. If I think of this function, I see that from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, this goes towards a minus infinity. At pi by 2 it goes towards infinity. But taking this value, suppose I consider the function's graph between these two values taken as an interval, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, an interval, but an open interval. Here interval, suppose I take open, where these two values, extreme points, are not included. I find that the graph is continuously moving without any break. Nowhere it is a break. Now suppose I consider another graph. I hope you know very well. This is the graph of, once again, a function which is known as signum function. What does it say? Signum function, I am talking about signum function. It says that fx is equal to mod x upon x for all x not equal to 0. But 0 when x is equal to 0. Signum function suggests us the value of function will be mod x upon x for not equal to 0. Values not equal to 0 means either smaller than 0 or greater than 0. For all of them we will write mod x upon x. But exactly at 0 it gives us 0, the value of function. If I elaborate, if I solve a modulus definition, then function fx can be written as, you find 1 for all positives, because mod x will become plus x. X upon x gives us 1. For x equal to 0 is already defined, it is 0. For x is less than 0, it becomes minus 1, because mod x is opened as minus x for all x less than 0. If I take x less than 0, mod x will be opened as minus x. So minus x upon x becomes minus 1. If I plot this using an arrow diagram, the concept of function comes here. I am talking about this 0. You think of it. Think of it. Function, I take one real number 0. It says less than 0. Less than 0 means for all minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, more fractions and decimals which are smaller than 0, all negatives. For these, the value will come out to be minus 1. For all of them. For 0, it is 0, and for 1, 2, 3, 4, for all these we get 1. This is the actual sense of this function. Now I find exactly at 0 what happens. Exactly at 0 it gives us 0. Now if I find the continuity at 0, suppose I think of the continuity at 0 of this function, that whether this will be continuous at 0 or not, I find one thing. At 0 we are finding 3 positions. Nature of function, we actually study the nature of function. I find 3 positions of the function's graph. One goes upward, which is for all the right hand side values, means greater than 0. For all the negatives which are in the left hand side of 0, it is giving us -1, and exactly at 0, it is giving us 0. That is, there are three different types of nature at 0. That's why we cannot say function is continuous here. Let us make it more simpler. ये तो आपका bookish definition है. Let us make it more simpler. This will become this will become actually not this is my language only. We can say what at 0. If I think, then the position of graph says that it is not giving us a continuity, a regularity. For example, if I come from the left hand side on the graph, let us suppose we are moving on it. If we move on it, then I need to skip this position and we have to come on 0. Like this, see, if I move my pen from here, then at the next graph, the position of the graph comes at 0, and again I want to continue, then again I have to pick my pen and I have to continue with 1. I repeat, for all negatives, if I move on graph, then this will be -1 throughout. At 0, I have to skip, and again to continue, I have to go to 1. Is that clear or not? But reversely, if I think of tan x, you see, once I start from here on the graph, then there is no need to pick the pen. The simplest way to understand it, the definition, mode function I will draw. Like this is modulus function. Modulus function, once I start to draw, there is no break. So this graph suggests us that this is continuous function. Continuous function, if I ask at this critical point, isolated point or stationary point, such a point where the function changes its nature, because in the left hand side of it the nature of function is decreasing, in right hand side it is increasing nature. You can see once again, this is decreasing nature, right hand side it is increasing, decreasing, and this one is increasing. This also is a topic which we will discuss later in calculus. Now, in the left hand side and right hand side, the nature of function is different. That's why I say this point to be critical point. Other names are isolated point, stationary point. Now, I see that once we start from the left hand side, we keep moving, there is no break, simply we have to move along the function's graph line. It shows that at all the points this function is continuous function. Now, we will think reversely. Then what are the cases the function may be discontinuous? A function which is not continuous, in that case we call it to be discontinuous. Now we'll think of it where it can be discontinuous. Again, using a graph only we will study. Thereafter we will come to presentation. And do not skip. Let's start. First case. Suppose there is a point x equal to a. The value of function at x equal to exactly at x equal to a, it is a particular point. From left hand side, the function comes here and joins it, but right hand side it starts with somewhere else and moves on. Now I find one thing. In this case, please see that. In this case, I find one thing. If I see this left hand side part of the function, it is continuous. No break is there. Even right hand side, if I see, there is no break. It is continuous. But at x equal to I find the function takes a break here. There is a break. You can see the graph line is not joined. So we can conclude one thing, that how can we judge continuity? A simple definition. A function is said to be continuous. Is said to be continuous if, let us name the function to be fx, if limit x tends to a fx, this is equal to f of a. What is a here? The point at which we have to check the continuity. A function is said to be continuous at x equal to a if limit x tends to a, fx is equal to f of a. This limit x tends to a, fx we have already seen in topic limit. This contains LHL, RHL both. Okay. So here every time we have to think of it. Now as we know that limit has two parts, LHL, RHL. So we can say if LHL, left hand limit, is equal to RHL, left hand limit, is equal to RHL, and all of them, these two, they meet at f of a. All these three values are equal, then we say the function to be continuous at x equal to a. By the way, this was one example. More examples may be there. At x equal to a, suppose function's value is something like this, and from left hand side it comes here, and right hand side is so. In this condition we find that exactly at x equal to a, function shows its nature to be 0, but left hand side and right hand side both are defined, but x equal to a, the value is different. In this condition also function is discontinuous, it's not continuous. Why? Because what I said, LHL should be equal to RHL should be equal to f of a. F of a is different from these two. In previous example, what was the matter? LHL, this is equal to RHL, but RHL was different, and f of a is the darkened point. So LHL and f of a, LHL and f of a both are equal. You can see this is LHL, this one is f of a, and this one is RHL. So LHL and f of a both are equal, but RHL is different from them. Here LHL and RHL both are equal, but f of a is different from them. I hope you have understood. One more example can be taken. This is RHL, this is f of a, and this is LHL. This one is LHL, left hand limit. Means in the left hand side of x equal to a, I find this nature. It's different from the previous one. RHL and f of a both are equal. This one value where I have darkened. This is f of a. So f of a is equal to RHL but not equal to LHL. So what is the conclusion? There may be different cases of discontinuity. First one will be LHL not equal to RHL, but RHL equal to f of a. Second one, LHL, this is equal to f of a but not equal to RHL. Third one, LHL, RHL both may be equal but not equal to f of a. These are the three major types of discontinuity. With discontinuity we can conclude, we can write as a note a function fx is discontinuous at x equal to a if. So these are the cases. These are the three cases we can see. Now more things we will discuss about discontinuity. Let's think of it. This is types of discontinuity. Types of discontinuity. First one is removable. It is removable. Such a discontinuity which can be removed by manipulating the given function, by changing its definition. If the discontinuity can be removed, it's known as removable discontinuity. What is that? Let me explain. Suppose fx, this is given as x square minus 4 upon x minus 2 for all x is equal to 2, and x is not equal to 2, for all such cases it's given to be for. Now I find one thing. I'm sorry, this definition is not and this is equal. Okay, now I can see that if x is equal to 2 I have taken, the function gives us 4. So simply we can write that f of 2 is 4. Now if I say that we need to check the continuity of function at x equal to 2, continuity of function fx at x equal to 2, in that case what we will observe, we need to check LHS, we need to check RHS, these two must be equal and each should be equal to f of 2, means here these two values should be equal to 4 because f of 2 is given 4. Now if I see the function, I find one thing, this is f of 2 and it is given x not equal to 2. X not equal to 2 has, as I said, two things, LHS, RHS, both are included here in the same definition. What we can do? Here, if I put the value of x as a 2, see, limit x tends to 2 fx, this will be limit x tends to 2 x square minus 4 upon x minus 2. Any limit you take, either LHS or RHS, you will find, if I show you that, putting x is equal to 2, substituting x by 2, I find that this will become 2 square 4 minus 4 upon 2 minus 2, it comes to be 0 upon 0, which is known as indeterminate form. Again I will say this we have earlier seen in limits. This is indeterminate form. But in this condition, it's not so. We will not take a pause here. That 0 upon 0 is not a conclusion. What we can do, we can redefine the function. How? Here we can apply factorization or some standard limit also. What factorization? If I write this function again, limit x tends to 2 fx, if I say this x square by minus 4 is x plus 2 x minus 2 and in denominator x minus 2. Here I am not going to put the limit value earlier. First of all, I will sort it out. I will simplify by factorizing the numerator. I see that x minus 2 cancelled out. Now we are left with limit x tends to 2 x plus 2. So this becomes 2 plus 2 4. I find that now this limit I have directly obtained. So this, as I said, this contains LHS, RHS both. So yes, LHS, RHS both are equal to 4, which is equal to f of 2. So since for the given function LHS equal to RHS equal to f of 2, so we say that the function is continuous at x equal to 2. Okay. Now here I gave you example of removable discontinuity. The function in the beginning was looking like discontinuous, but now changing its definition, we have to make it continuous. Please note down, this is one example. We are coming to the next type. It is non-removable discontinuity. That also I will show. It is non-removable discontinuity. Its example I have given to you recently. Second type, non-removable discontinuity. Like if I say fx is equal to x, where this symbol I have used for greatest integer function GIF, greatest integer function, then we need to check continuity. Directly continuity will check continuity of fx at x equal to 2. Now x equal to 2 as greatest integer function I have taken. We know that greatest integer function, when we take its limit for an integer point, integral point, whenever x is equal to some integer is given, in that case is LHS, RHS, they are not equal. So directly we can say this function cannot be continuous at x equal to 2, but that is to be shown by definition. How? But before that, greatest integer function, a briefing. What is that? greatest integer function, if I take it on number line, as I said, we always consider this x on x-axis only, and real number we consider if not define anything. Now, if I take numbers like 0, 1, 2, -1, -2. So what is the meaning of greatest integer? Suppose I want to find the greatest integer of some number, for example 1.7. If I want to find the greatest integer of 1.7, what does it mean? It means that shortlist all the integers which are smaller than 1.7. First of all, shortlist all the integers which are smaller than 1.7. They are 1, 0, -1, -2 till minus infinity. Now, second question, which one is the biggest? It is 1. So, greatest integer of 1.7 will be 1. Similarly, if I take any other value between 1 and 2, so like 1.5, still greatest integer will remain 1 only. So, the conclusion is, for all the numbers between 1 and 2, all the numbers, fractions, decimal, all numbers between 1 and 2, greatest integer will be 1. For all numbers between 0 and 1, greatest integer will be 0. Think of it. All numbers which lie between -1 and 0, greatest integer will be -1. Means greatest integer always lies on the left hand side of the value given. But suppose this is an integer. I want to find the greatest integer of some integral value, like greatest integer of 7. So the integer itself is the result always of 5. This will be 5. So this is the basic definition. By the way, we will come back to the point. I was asking question about the continuity of fx when it is greatest integer function GIF and at x equal to 2, which is an integer. What to do? We will find LHL first of all. When we obtain LHL, I find that simply we will write limit x tends to 2 minus fx. Next, we will write limit x tends to 0. F of 2 minus h. 2 minus h means all the values which lie in the left hand side of 2, but very close to it. So if I plot this on number line 0, 1, 2, and next will be 3. So I am talking about 2 minus h means I am talking about the values between 1 and 2. All the values which lie between 1 and 2. Not a large gap, very small gap we have to take, 2 minus h. So here we have to write limit x tends to 0, greatest integer of 2 minus h. Now greatest integer 2 minus h, as we could see recently, for all the values between 1 and 2, greatest integer would be 1. So here directly we will write limit x tends to 0, it comes 1. Answer. This is LHL. Now I find RHL. If I take RHL, I find one thing. We have to write simply, this is conventional way. We need to write for presentation, limit x tends to 0. Till this step everyone can do, no problem. Now we see that 2 plus h. We need to discuss the nature of function for 2 plus h. 2 plus h means all values which are more than 2, greater than 2. So greater than 2 but very close to it means between 2 and 3. 2 plus h lies between 2 and 3. So for all such values, greatest integer would be 2. So first of all we have to write a symbol, this is a GIF symbol. After that we find that limit h tends to 0, it is 2. Final answer is 2. Here only we can say LHL, RHL both are not equal. That's why since LHL is not equal to RHL, let's think of f of 2 also. By the way, here only we have come to know these two are not equal, so not continuous. But still, f of 2 will be greatest integer of 2. What I suggested, if there is an integer taken, answer would be the integer itself. So here the value of RHL goes like f of 2. So LHL not equal to RHL, but RHL and f of 2 both are equal. In this condition, we say that it is not continuous at x equal to 2. Okay, but let me tell you, this type of discontinuity cannot be removed. It can't be removed by any type of manipulation, because it is the nature of function that at integral point other than 2, suppose you take 3, 5, 7, -1, -2, any integer, this function will show its nature of not to be not continuous. It is discontinuous at this point. Okay, I hope you have understood. So this type of discontinuity will be the final discontinuity, cannot be removed. Now we will discuss more types. Let me see. Infinite discontinuity. Let us make it not very difficult, simple. Infinite discontinuity means at least one of the value of either LHL or LHL you will find to be infinity. Okay, and both of them will be giving us the different answers. Let me tell you what does it mean. If I take one function, this function is f of x equal to 1 upon x. 1 upon x. If I plot its graph, I find, if you don't know about the graph of these functions, what I am going to take, in that case you should take a revision, proper revision. Otherwise, it's my different lecture on this topic. Yes, now we will discuss one thing. When I say 0, for 0 if I find, it is showing us that the movement of the graph is towards the y-axis but parallel to that, and we show parallel to show that it is plus infinity. We take parallel when it is plus infinity. Means along y-axis the graph is moving parallel, means at x equal to 0, at x equal to 0 it shows its nature to be plus infinity. Okay, but if we discuss about right hand side, this is the right hand side of 0, means for all positives. But when we come to left hand side of 0 for all negatives, I find that the graph comes parallel again but to the negative direction of y-axis, means it is moving towards minus infinity. What we can conclude here, by the way, for this function, as it is 1 upon x, so there is no 0 included in the domain. We can't take, already the function itself says that at 0 it is not defined. So that's why 0 will not be the part of its domain. Whenever the function will be given, you will be told that x is not equal to 0. Okay, but suppose I take simply 1 upon x and I need to check the continuity at x equal to 0. So in RHL, right hand side limit, if I find, so you will see that here RHL is giving us plus infinity, LHL is giving us minus infinity. Means if I take the definition of right hand side, it's moving towards plus infinity, left hand side moving towards negative infinity. So this type of here at x equal to 0, this function at x equal to 0 is not continuous. Not continuous, because two basic things, LHL, both of them are different direction. So that's why we will say the function has infinite discontinuity at x equal to 0. That's why x will be not equal to 0. Whenever domain is taken, we will exclude x equal to 0. Now, there is one more type. I want to remind you, to check the continuity of a function at particular point, LHL should be equal to RHL, should be equal to f of a. Particular point suppose is a, then LHL, RHL, f of a should be equal. Now we will think of one particular pattern, particular type. It is end point discontinuity. And basically it is not discontinuous, but still discontinuity at end point. What do I mean to say? Suppose I define a function fx in interval 3 to 5. You can see here I have taken an interval, closed interval 3 to 5. If I have taken 3 to 5, according to definition, if I say for 3, at particular point 3, I want to check continuity at x equal to 3. Think of it. What does it mean by closed interval? This 3 will be included in the interval. Then we will move towards the right hand side of it till 5, including 5 also. We will make this interval. If I check the continuity at x equal to 3, then I need f of 3 should be equal to its RHL and should be equal to LHL. But the interval itself suggests us that all the values it contains, right starting from 3, moving towards right hand side, and maximum value will be 5. There is no existence of any value in the left hand side of 3. So here LHL does not exist for the given definition. Any definition is given, but this LHL does not exist. This is known as endpoint discontinuity. That means LHL does not exist, so we will conclude it is not continuous, but it's not so. What happens whenever there is a case of closed interval, like I have taken an example of 3 and 5, that extreme values, how to operate them. For left hand point, we take only its RHL and f of 3. For right hand point, we consider only LHL, it should be f of 5. Means I can make a definition. Suppose a function fx is given, defined in interval, it's closed interval, don't forget, similarly suggested interval AB, then continuity at A means, think of it, continuity at A means f of A should be equal to RHL, and continuity at x equal to B means f of B should be equal to LHL. As we can see, for these extremes at least one limit does not exist. So that's why we consider this much, and yes, if it is so, then we say at these points A and B, fx is continuous. Okay, so this was a discontinuity which can be resolved by taking either LHL or RHL only. Now, so far we were discussing about the continuity at a point. Let me explain. The second thing, it's continuity in an interval. Recently I was speaking about an interval, but particular points we were saying. A function is said to be continuous. This is the definition, and you should keep in mind, continuous in an interval if it is continuous at each point of that interval. Now let me explain. The best thing I consider in this case is tan x. See, 2-3 times I have explained this function in this lecture. What is helpful to us in this function? Let's think of it. It is y is equal to tan x, the graph of tan x function. To understand the continuity in interval, suppose I consider two intervals, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 closed and minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 open. If I consider minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, I find one thing. At minus pi by 2 it shows its infinite nature. At pi by 2 also it shows its plus infinity. What is the nature? Plus infinity. The result will be plus infinity and minus infinity at the extreme points of this interval, closed interval. That's why if the question is raised about the continuity of this function in closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, then we can say this function is not continuous in closed interval. Reason? Because at two particular points, these minus pi by 2 and pi by 2, it is not continuous. You can see it is not continuous. Okay. Here we can say it's not continuous, but between them it is throughout continuous. The graph only suggests us it is throughout continuous between these two values. So that's why if I consider the interval to be minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, it becomes open interval. In open interval what happens? These two extreme points will not be included. Means all other points lying between them. So yes, for that we find this function is continuous other than minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. So that's why in open interval the function will be continuous. Okay. So what is the reason? Definition says function will be continuous in an interval only if it is continuous at each point of the interval. In this condition, these 2 points are not included, so there is no question of discontinuity. But here in the interval above, given above, here these 2 points are included at which it is not defined. That's why it is not continuous there. Okay. So we write tan x y equal to tan x is discontinuous in closed interval minus pi by 2 and pi by 2, but continuous in this one interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So this way we can understand the continuity and in an interval. Any interval given, we need to check at particular points, but these are not random points. Maximum time you will find we need to check at critical points only. Now let me give you one more example of interval continuity. Here I have taken one function fx equal to, it is 3x when x is greater or equal to 5. Here 2x minus 4, it's a definition. The previous examples also I have shown. 2x minus 4 when x is less than 5. Now if I see the function's nature, I find that function gives us two different definition only for a particular value 5. As I said, this will be isolated point, a critical point, or a stationary point. So here, if an equation comes of the discontinuity, that will be regarding 5 only. But suppose I define one more function, fx equal to x is greater or equal to 1, less than 3, then I say x is less than 7 or equal to that, but greater than or equal to 3. I define in two ways, and I find this 5x, here it is 2x plus 1. Think of it, what and how I have taken. fx shows 5x for this one interval, and fx shows 2x plus 1 for this one interval. We will try to understand. It is given that the value of x may be possible either greater than 1 or equal to it, and the same definition will be used when it is less than 3. If I write that in the form of interval, the first one, we will write x belongs to 1 comma 3, here no equality sign, so open interval. The second definition is x belongs to, it says 3 will be included, So 3 closed, 7 also closed. So what does it mean? When we check the continuity of fx, then we have to check, if I ask you one equation, whether fx is continuous in interval 1, 7. Think of it, closed interval I have taken. What does it say that? From 1 it starts till 7 it goes. Then we need to check what I said for the continuity in an interval. If the function is continuous in each and every point of the interval, then it is known as continuous in the interval also. Now, according to the defined condition, what we have to do, we have to check the continuity at one extreme point. Then any point between them, yes, it is 3, which is isolated point 3. You can see for 3 also it is giving us two different definitions. And we need to check at 7 also. Here 7. So there are 3 points to be checked. One will be first will be 1, second will be 3, and third will be 7. If at all these 3 points we see it is continuous, then we can say the function is continuous in the interval. Rest all the points if we check, those points will be a formality. Now let's think of it. What will be the presentation and how to go ahead. Case 1. We will think of case 1 at x equal to 1. As I said, when it is closed interval, we check for only 1 and its RHL. So we will find RHL limit h tends to 1 fx. This will be limit h tends to 0 f of 1 plus h. This is the limit h tends to 0. Now RHL of 1 will be defined as x greater than 1. So will be 5x. So will be 5 of 1 plus h simplified. Limit h tends to 0. 5 plus 5h. Put h as 0, we get 5. And f of 1 now. F of 1 means this definition only we have to take, because it is given either equal to 1 or greater than 1. So for both it is 5x. So f of 1 will be 5 into 1, it comes 5. So since RHL, this is equal to f of 1, therefore at x equal to 1, fx is continuous. Now case number 2, at x equal to 7. Similarly, now 7 is the extreme point but right hand limit. So that's why we will take, it is the right hand side of the interval. We will take its LHL only. As you can see, right hand side there is no existence of the function, any value. LHL will be limit x tends to 7 f of x, limit h tends to 0 f of 7 minus h. Think of it. Then limit h tends to 0. Now left hand side of 7 is smaller than 7, which belongs to this definition, 2x plus 1. So we will replace this by 2. X means 7 minus h plus 1. Open the bracket. Limit h tends to 0. 14 minus 2h plus 1. We get limit h tends to 0. 15 minus 2h, and as soon as I put the value of h as 0, I find LHL becomes 15. Now let's think of it. What happens when I take f of 7? F of 7 from the same definition. This is 2 into 7 plus 1. 7 to the 14 and 1 15. Since LHL, this is equal to f of 7. Therefore, fx is continuous at x equal to 7. Please check. 2 values only I have taken, more values we have to take. Now, case number 3. Case number 3. At x equal to 3, the point in between, we find that LHL fx, this becomes limit h tends to 0 f of 3 minus h. Now we find left hand is smaller than 3, so 5x will be taken. Limit h tends to 0, 5, 3 minus h, limit h tends to 0, 15 minus 5h, and if I replace h by 0, I find this 15. Now we will go for its RHL. Limit x tends to 3 fx and limit h tends to 0 f of 3 plus h. But for RHL we are having a different definition of fx, 2x plus 1. So we will consider limit h tends to 0 twice of 3 plus h plus 1. Solving, limit h tends to 0, 2 3 is 6 and 1 7 plus 2h, replacing h by 0 we get 7. And here only we see that since LHL RHL are not equal, so at x equal to 3, function is not continuous. No need to find out f of 3. If f of 3 also you want to find, f of 3, here it's given x is greater than 3 or equal to. So we will consider 2x plus 1. This will be 2 into 3 plus 1. Directly you replace x by 3. So 3 to the 6 1 7. So what is the condition? RHL and f of 3 are equal, but LHL is different. So we will say, since RHL is equal to f of 3 but not equal to LHL, therefore fx is discontinuous at x equal to 3. Now the question was to check the continuity of function in this interval 1 comma 7. So between 1 and 7 there is a point of discontinuity, it is 3, we have obtained. So that's why in this interval we cannot say the function is continuous. In interval the continuity fails. Okay, and what is the point of discontinuity? X equal to 3 only. So this was the introduction of continuity and the concept with the examples. I hope you have understood and you can raise your doubts if any. Thank you.